Welcome guys. In this video I'm going to show how to add Google Analytics to your React application. So for this you need to create an account in Google. So this is my dashboard that I just created. For this I have a demo website where I'm going to add this React Analytics. Now I go to this Analytics dashboard and let me create a new Analytics tracking code. So you need to click on the admin settings and create account. So for each website you can create a new account. So I'm going to place this as decoders, and based on your preference you can uncheck all these options if you want. So let's go to next and let's add a name to our website, decoders, and we need to provide the website URL also. So I have hosted my application in Netlify. So for now I'm just going to give this link. My website link is that. So you can choose the industry category and the reporting time zone. For now I'm just leaving it. That is based on your preference. So you just need to accept these terms and conditions. You can check on what data they collect, all those informations on that. So once you create a property, you will see tracking ID. So you need to copy this. We will be using this in our React front-end application to actually send events to Google server. So in the menu, you can see the newly created property, the account, which also has the tracking code. So now I can go and check the analytics homepage. Right now we haven't integrated this, so you will not see anything. I'm going to use this React GA package in my front-end application to integrate Google Analytics. So it's a widely used NPM package right now. You can see it has 500,000 downloads. So let me go here to my sample application. This application has router, layout, all these things. So let's first install the React GA NPM package. You need to save it to add it to the package.json. So let this install. We will again go through the other steps to integrate this. So for the tracking code, I'm going to add the tracking code in my env file. So you can also keep it in your env file, or you can have on your own config file, however you use your config in your application. So for that I need to restart because I've changed the env variables. Once that is done, I'm just going to have this in my app config. I'm just going to import it from my env file, process.env. For organization, I'm just keeping that in my config file. Otherwise, you can directly use it from process.env in your application. So all our environment variable in our create React app should start with React_app. Otherwise, all others will be ignored. So let's take this GA tracking code config, and for this I have to add initialize this React GA. So I'm going to go inside my layout component, where this layout component will be integrated for all the routes in my application. So I'm just going to initialize this React GA in this component. So our package was installed. So let's import the React GA package. And initialize this with the tracking code from our config file. React GA has a function called initialize. For that you just need to pass the tracking code. So I'm going to import it from appconfig.google.ga tracking code. Once this is initialized, we can actually start tracking the application. To track all our route change, we have a single page application. So whenever route change, that is a page view for us. Here I'm going to use React routers technique. Here I'm going to connect this with browser router. So for the page view track, you just need to take this page view. So whenever router changes, I need to rerun this component. So I'm going to connect this component with router from React router DOM. It's a higher order component that comes with React router DOM. So whenever URL changes, the props for this component changes, so this component will re-render. So we capture that and we trigger the page view for the current URL. In this case, whenever user navigates through our application, we will be able to see this. So let's go to my local host. I think it should be initialized by now. Let's go my dashboard and let's check the real-time users. So here, if you go to overview tab, you will be able to see the last minute video, like the page views and the current second page views. So if I refresh the page, you will be seeing the page view has been tracked from my local host. So if the link, current link also will be shown, the browser link. So if I change this and let's go and see my current active pages scroll indicator. So that is my page that I visited right now, and whenever you change, it will get updated. So there was one active user on his current active pages sign up. So let's refresh it again. You will be able to track all your events. Now we have option to track events in Google Analytics. So let's say user clicks on some link in your application, so we can track that events. So here if you see the location also is getting tracked. So once you integrate and people started using, then you will be able to see the graphs and all the data that you need. Traffic source, a lot of information is there. You can check the Google documentation for analytics. Now I want to track the events. I have GitHub source code link. So whenever user clicks one of this YouTube video tutorial link or the GitHub link, I'm going to track that as an event. So for this, I'm going to create a hook to actually use it in multiple places wherever I need. So I'm going to create this as a use GA events tracker. This hook will return a function to actually update trigger this event from wherever we want. So whenever the link is clicked, I will trigger this hook and I will add the callback, and that will actually in turn trigger the Google events. So here also we need to import React Google Analytics GA from React GA. Since we have already initialized in our layout page, we don't need to initialize it again. So it was already initialized for our application. So that initialization should be for only one time. So this accepts the event category. So you can set whatever the category you want and label you want and the action you want. So for the default, I'm going to have it as an event category. So throughout my application, I can change this category and I can pass this action and other things. So which has this has a track event function, which accept two parameter. One is action and the second one is label. And we will use all these three and we'll send all these three to the Google Analytics. And we'll be able to see these values in our dashboard. I will show it in a few minutes. So here React GA has events function, so you just need to trigger that, passing all these parameters. Category, you can check the arguments what needs to be passed for action and even the label. And then we will return this track event function as a callback. So wherever we want, we will just call this track event function. Later, if you want to add more functionality, you can actually add it to this. Actually, this should be an object. The parameter should be an object. If you want to add more functionality, you can add it inside the hook. That's why I've chosen hook. So I'm going to that external info component where we have these two links. I'm just going to import the hook here. So whenever user clicks on the links, I will actually trigger the callback from the hook. And I'm going to have my default category as external links. This is purely based on your needs, so you can name whatever you want in your application, however you want to track what you need to track. It depends on that. So here I'm going to have a on-click callback. On the callback, I'm going to trigger this with some actions. The action would be the link. The link for this pages. So this I will track code. Code is actually the link for the GitHub page. So if I go here and I click on this GitHub source code, it should be tracked by now. So let's go back and also click on the YouTube link. So let's go back to our analytics and check if something has happened. Okay, so the external link is captured and event action is our GitHub link. So let's go to this external link right now, and here you can see two actions. But actually I need to have actions as a different name, and the link should be in my label. So let me pass action as GitHub link click and YouTube link click page view. This should be GitHub, and the first one is YouTube tutorial. So let's make it as YouTube page visit, and now it should track on this action, and I'll see the link in label. So it is more organized than this. So let me click on a few more links now, so to check if our current change has been done. Now let's go back to our analytics dashboard. Let me clear the category, the filter, or you can see here. Now you can see two actions. One is GitHub page visit and YouTube page visit. So if you click on that, you can actually filter it based on GitHub links only. So you can see these two links has been clicked one time, and you can close this filter and you can click on other filter, so that you can see all the labels that was tracked under that action. So usually people will track the subscribe event, all this.
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe for more videos like this.